mightily impressive.
Hammer, you picked Canada to win. Casey went with the Kiwis. Who wins from here? We're sticking with our original thoughts.
Yeah, I'm going to stay with it, but I've been impressed with New Zealand.
Definitely no change of mind over here.
All right.
I might lose my tall black card.
Canada with a possession arrow. 5 minutes on the clock here after we can't be separated in regulation at 81 apiece. No Tom Abercrombie for New Zealand, who's fouled out. No Shea Brissett is fouled out for Canada. Phil Scrubb, Pangos down low. Wiltshire, quick release over Delaney, gets the two.
They run that action so well for their bigs, sprinting down off those screens, turning and sealing low, making it easy for the finishes. Egypt does not agree with the foul there. Felt like it was pretty clean and refuses to get the ball for the official, says you can get it yourself.
But how's the execution from Canada? You spoke about it. That simple pin down, nothing overly complicated about it, but the way they executed, everyone on the same page, pretty to watch. This free throw shooting, John Casey, over the last minute of regulation, and now to miss this first one, and from good shooters, just can't afford.
Oh, that's four of their last 11. They've missed their 7 free throws down the stretch. It's Canada by 2. 4.5 in the first period of overtime. Pangos exploring, tough shot. Oh, came to edge and he feeds Pangos. Couldn't get it from close range. Knocks down the long range too.
The loose balls once again. Canada gets to first. Offensive rebounds all night long, paying dividends.
It's Corey Webster. He's done a great job since halftime. Can't connect on that occasion. Class in the rebound. Pangos. Edgeham works hard to get up the floor. Wiltshire in the corner fires, and he drills the triple. Timeout New Zealand as Canada burst out to a 7-point edge here in OT.
It also looks like Isaac Fotu is limping just a bit. He came up on the wrong end of something off that offensive rebound. So, wow, firepower quickly. 7 quick points.
7 points in the first 60 seconds of OT. Look at Rob Lowe, 12 points off 5 of 8 shooting. He's knocked down 2 of 3 threes, 7 rebounds. He set the tone early with 8.6 rebounds in the opening quarter, been great.
Showing the athleticism and quickness off the dribble. Rob Lowe, it's a big loss for him down the stretch. He'd go out and he gets the dunk as well. He really built his confidence up in that second half after not a great shooting first half, but second half in a bad game, able to find his stroke and carry it over to this evening.
Well, he does something much different than the other 2 bigs with Fletcher and Fotu, so he plays an important role. A little bit of a concern, just him rubbing the back of his knee, so wouldn't think it'd be a cramp or anything like that. Didn't look like it was a bad tear, probably more of a strain. You mentioned playing pretty big minutes, 2 games back-to-back, and they will certainly want to be able to make sure that he's right for game 1 of the World Cup.
It's always tough. I think one thing that's always not really taken into account for these international times is how often you move through climates and how different it is going from New Zealand where it's cold. You go up to Japan where the weather's much warmer. Now you're back in Sydney. All that kind of stuff it plays havoc on your body, having to find a way to play and get to the best in so many different kind of weather situations.
Back in Sydney where the weather's just perfect,
but dry. Not used to. Kiwis aren't used to it. We need a little bit of moisture in the air. Where's the moisture?
The wind today as well. Very windy day in Sydney.
That's what's happening in the free throws.
I don't know if we can use that as an excuse, Casey, but nice try. Here's Corey Webster again, wheeling and dealing and adding another 2 to his tally.
The aggressiveness going to the lane where the shot's not falling for the team to need a bucket. That's a great play by him to finish there.
23 in the game for Corey Webster. Phil Scrubb with 24 has more. Wiltshire heads up players. He throws it down onto Isaac Fotu and out of court.
And a great defensive play from Ty Webster. He refused to be posted up by Wilson, so he got around in front, almost caused that turnover.
Long play for Klassen from close range, adds another 2. Another expert job there from Canada.
And simple actions, opening up the back doors time and time again for Canada. Breakdown defensively once again by New Zealand on the baseline out of bounds.
Ty Webster with it, got it from Delaney inside Fotu, double team, steps between them, overcooked it though, couldn't finish it. Wiltshire the rebound. And Edgeham quickly up the floor, created space. Whistling down low, Corey Webster, shot from Wiltshire off the mark. His Edgem got the offensive rebound and marches back in for 2 more. Margin now out to 9.
And once again, the great seal by Clausen to just open up that lane for his guards. He is just physically really having his way on these second chances, clearing guys out.
Well, and this is as good offense as they've got. The New Zealand Breakers with Corey Webster putting the ball on the floor, just too easy. Fella using his body to create space, but again, when you're in the bonus as a guard, you want to find a way to be able to cause contact. High percentage free throw shooter is Corey Webster.
Keeping that scoreboard ticking over. Corey Webster has been huge down the stretch. 24 for him now.
Makes good 25 in the game. Corey Webster takes over as the game high scorer. Margin at 7. He'll scrub. Picks up the dribble. It's it back from Wiltshire. No, wants to go on with it against Delaney. Shot clock to 10. Wiltshire fires over the top of Delaney and fills it up for 2 more.
Huge in overtime. The big fella with the stroke. It's been deadly.
It's Corey Webster. Just a Fotu. Can't finish it. Pushing foul's going to be called on the Tall Blacks here.
Looks like Isaac Fotu's night is over for him. 5th foul there. Another charge called. Pangos once again getting a big on to commit that foul. Didn't really see the action well. My guess is it's similar to the last one.
Yeah, a little bit. Then again, good read from Pangos being able to put his body on the line, but Fotu, look here.
He does a good job selling it. Isaac Fotu moving forward. Pangos does a nice job for the second time down the stretch of getting set, forcing the call.
Well, he looked sore in that entire last quarter. Looked like, you know, he played a lot of minutes. Maybe he hasn't come in with that same sort of game fitness is what he would need. So he's going to take a lot out of these games as well if he can recover between now and the weekend when they go to the Four Nations tournament.
First trip to the free throw line. Pangos in the series. Adds the extra, so a double-figure lead now. 14-4 is the equation in OT. Favour of Canada. 2:21 to play, and you're right about Wiltshire. 7 points in regulation, 7 here already in OT. Ty Webster takes on. Wiltshire gets it done. Chance at a 3-point play. Wiltshire picks up the foul.
Nice action going to the basket. Aggressive, not settling for jump shots. Ty Webster just finds that big, and once again, blood in the water. He sees a big on him, he's going straight to the hole. This time gets the foul. Hopefully a free throw drops.
And the thing I like about that play is it was all downhill. A big man was the only person between this man, Webster, and the bucket. He's just got too much athleticism involved.
Has to respect it. He's done a nice job of rebounding from a poor shooting performance early to find his way late. 11 points now off 4 for 14 from the field.
Well, Classen, Edgem, and Wiltshire now all with 4 fouls as well. As Pangos works on an opening, takes on Ty Webster, who's going to be called for the foul. It's going to be his 4th personal as well.
Ty Webster made that decision early to meet him at the rim. Looked like he jumped straight up with hands straight up in the air. Pangos created a lot of that contact, but gets the benefit of the doubt for being aggressive offensively, to the disagreement, although jovially, of Ty Webster.
Big game player, Barcelona Pangos. He's got 4 points here in OT as well.
He's got 9 assists and only 1 turnover. Really good floor game. Again, I'm talking about his poise and his ability to stop-start, hit the open 3, but also to bring his teammates in is going to be vital for Canada to come to the World Cup.
Joy Smith-Milner with a rebound out. Corey Webster works inside Pangos, stops, pops, can't finish it. Melvin Edgem there with a rebound. Inside the last 2 minutes, first period of overtime. Canada by 8. Loose ball. They force the error here, the Tall Blacks. So New Zealand off and running. Dispatch quickly up the floor. Corey Webster takes on Pangos. Can't find a way past though. Inside Delaney. Into Classen. Couldn't get a call from the referee. Loose ball. Pangos after it. Delaney reaching in from behind. Forces a jump ball. Possession arrow is with New Zealand.
this big lineup of Canada using their two bigs for the first time all game is really having an effect physically. They're fighting well through the mismatches, but the way that Finn Delaney was met at the rim by Klassen there, physical play, ran into a brick wall, could not get the finish. Did well to fight through it, force possession arrow to come back to the Tall Blacks.
Delaney just getting in a tangle here with Wiltshire, who's playing with 4 fouls. Needs to be careful. Vaughan Mabry, the referee, just having a quiet word as well. Ty Webster to restart. Legend had hold of Corey Webster there. It was lucky that went unwhistled. Now, an over and back violation is called.
How you don't call it a jersey grab? I mean, that's right in front of the official, looking right at the play.
Yeah, definitely a missed call, but impressive the way Canada switched those. It was seamless. It was like they didn't even have to communicate it. They knew exactly what the Kiwis were doing, and they were able to stop Corey Webster getting that catch.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Melbourne Edgeham to restart here. 80 seconds to play. Canada by 8. First period of overtime. Pangos, step back against Delaney. Oh, it's a big time play.
Man, oh man, that is quick with the dribble.
Canada doing it nicely at the moment, but Corey Webster's not done with just yet as he gets up to 28 points.
Man. High level basketball. That's what we're viewing this evening.
Less than a minute to play. Pangos picks up the dribble. His Phil Scrub firing, that's off the mark. Having an impact here, Toy Smith-Milner grabs another rebound, been good in OT. Ty Webster puts on the step, dispossessed, ball knocked down out of court, and New Zealand will restart.
We'll have a look at this from Pangos. Man, just great off the dribble. Again, that stop-start game, herky-jerky, very tough to defend. The next time down, as we see Corey Webster hit that one, the next time down he tries to get his teammate a wide-open shot.
Pangos is just great control over the game. He is just a point guard in the truest sense of the word, and the way he takes advantage of those mismatches. He had Finn Delaney not knowing which way he was going to go, ends up with that pull-up to really seal it down the stretch.
Pangos has 7 in OT. Wiltshire has 7 in OT. 14 of the 18 that Canada have scored. We're just checking the clock here. Chris Reid at the scorer's bench. This has been a very entertaining affair. Of course, Canada has to back up and play the United States here in Sydney on Monday night at Kudos Bank Arena, and New Zealand, well, they've got an appointment with a 4-team tournament in China starting on Saturday.
Quick turnarounds.
You think there'd be a nice crowd too at Kudos Bank Arena. There's some good atmosphere there. Some top basketball. A little bit of rivalry, I would have thought. Canada getting their opportunity playing against the big dogs, and Nick Nurse coming up against the master coach in Coach Popovich.
Has been having a ball at the press gallery here in Australia. Pulling up the one-liners left and center. Saw today that he said that he forced Patty Mills to give him the game plan. With threat of regular season playing time being dropped.
I love the fact of how the American team has been accessible to all of the media out here, getting some quotes and really buying into that side. The whole thing, being able to sell the game of basketball in Australia, these tournaments have been fantastic for the sport.
True ambassadors of the game who go around the world and make yourself accessible. Because these are young, fun kids' heroes all over the world.
That's right. Been sharing their time. And now going to be called here. Free throws to come for New Zealand. Edgeham
fouls out there. It's his 5th.
And I love his enthusiasm, but that's just a bad foul. Bad 8-point lead with 42 seconds to go. I think Nurse won't be expecting that you're just going to put the opposition to the free throw line, stop the clock, a chance to be able to get that back to 7. Rolling the dice for no reason.
Russ Batch able to find the range from the free throw line. Another solid performance for him. Up to 12 points now.
And counting. So 42 seconds to play. 6-point ball game. Still not over just yet. Full credit to the Kiwis for fighting back. Regulation, it looked as though Canada were going to find a way home. They refused to take no for an answer. Kept coming. The pressure up the floor, and Pangos Kennedy can find space. And they've coughed it up here. Rusbatch. Oh, rejected. But illegally was the call there. Foul on Tommy Scrub.
No quit. No quit in the Tall Blacks. Doing a nice job of just up and in, forcing the turnover right to the rim. Ethan Rusbatch again to the free throw line.
It is just great defense. Be able to come towards the ball. Look at that from Scrub.
And that sportsmanlike foul has been called now as well.
Late discussion there.
And it's on Tommy Scrub.
Well, Klassen was lucky he didn't get called for one as well. As the Tall Blacks were going into a huddle, he came through with an extra little bump for no reason. Got away with it. Referees have gone in on the next one.
We're going to get a double overtime. We inching towards it. 2 free throws. 4-point game. Got the ball again.
Nurse shaking his head. Saying, you're kidding, Richard. I've seen it all. Nice smile.
For the first time, he's coaching up on his feet. Spent most of the 2 games, or the 2 games against Australia as well, just sitting in the chair. So Canada by 4, 30 seconds to play. New Zealand with possession, and they are coming with the momentum. Ty Webster against Klassen, playing with 4 fouls. Has to kick it outside. This is Corey Webster, 1 on the shot clock. Gets it off.
Oh, my.
Background, they'll count it.
A lot of contact. Pankos and Joey Smith-Milner getting into it underneath as well. The physicality is staying. 2-point ball game, 20 to go. Can the Tall Blacks force another turnover?
Corey Webster going left is automatic. Look at the full court pressure.
Phil Scrub got in the air, gets to the Pangos now. Who finds Wiltshire. Decides to go to work, and a blocking foul is going to be called here on Smith-Milner, and he's just bordering on an unsportsmanlike there with a reaction, getting passionate about it as well. 12 and a half seconds left on the clock.
Well, he's shaking his head, but that was the right call as well.
Yeah, he's moving in, getting the hands in as well.
Well, for the time Wiltshire went up, have a look at moving to the left. It's close, but we had a pretty good angle on it from here, and very lucky that you get a tech foul on the reaction, because you will get some European ref that'll just be looking for any reason to be able to get himself a tech.
Tony Smith-Milner there. You gotta, if you want to take that charge, have to get there really early. And he was on an island. It was a 2-on-1 fast break with no help coming.
Interesting though that Wiltshire actually went for it.
Yeah.
15 seconds to go. They're up 2. Waste a little bit of time. Try and draw those free throws. Really roll the dice. They could have been called a charge.
You want to know what 19-year-olds want to do? Score. They want buckets.
Well, 4-point spread now, 12 seconds to play. Canada just need to be smart here. Corey Webster takes it from brother Ty and goes back in that direction. Get up the floor, firing the 3. Good D from Pagan. Knocked it down somehow. The miracle play.
Corey Webster, unbelievable evening.
I love that play. Getting Ty Webster being able to go to the basket. Misdirection with Corey Webster coming off the screen at the top. He loves going left. That time he said, you're kidding. I can go right as well.
33 points. C. Webb in the house. Bounce back game. We still got 4 seconds to play. Anything can happen. Look at that, rattling home from deep.
He loves it here. The last game he played here in the NBL, he had 38 for the Breakers.
He wants to see, is West Sydney coming back? Do you think he might be asking for it?
Oh, that's just fantastic. And what a finish. 101 to 100, the equation, 4 seconds to play, and they've looked shaky getting the ball back in Canada.
Well, they have. You'd be wondering whether Andre Lamanis and his squad would start talking about whether they're going to press at different stages come that first game of the World Cup. And that's what we keep talking about these games are for. Now Nick Nurse is going to have to go away. They have to put a little bit more of a press break in and a strategy. And again, in the NBA, they just don't press. You're playing 4 games a week. You're not playing full court defense and a pressing style of defense.
Yeah, Rick Pitino tried it once, and it did not end pretty well. It did not go well, but with that timeout, Nick Nurse moves the ball up to half court, so much easier to get the ball in bounds. Tall Blacks, if they don't get that steal immediately, have to foul right away. And even if they do get the steal with just 4 seconds, going to have to get a shot up the court quickly. Look at this lineup.
It's interesting.
I love what he came out with a box and one in the NBA Finals. He's got some stuff up his sleeve.
So Canada by 1. Less than 5 seconds to play. First period of overtime. Wiltshire with it. Tries to get away from the contact. Smith-Milner provides the foul. Free throws to come. Third personal on Smith-Milner.
Just a four-man sprint. That was a couple of their best shooters coming back. Wilshire just hit some big free throws. Another opportunity for him.
Well, it was a good decision out of bounds too, because Classic was wide open at the elbow. Obviously not the same sort of shooter as Wilshire.
Question here, do you make it? Because if you make it, they got some time to make it. If you miss it here, really difficult. Get that 3 up from full court in 2 seconds.
You make it, protect the loss.
Does that, they're going to bring Aaron Best into the game. Wiltshire will sit down. So Kiwis have got 2 seconds to get this up. They're down 3. Finn Delaney's going to restart. Going to go long. They got Ty Webster in a good situation. He's going to have to work outside. The time runs out. Stepped out of court nonetheless. I wonder if we'll put any time back on the clock. Doesn't appear so. It's full time here, and Canada has prevailed in an epic encounter in the first period of overtime. Canada 103, New Zealand 100. Stick around, we've got more coming from the Key Centre in Sydney right after this.